Good morning, good morning. A lot has happened, but I need to take a shower because my hair is gross, so I will tell you all about what has happened afterwards. Welcome to year 5 of daily vlogging. So even with some horrible lighting in the background, because I could just turn around and have better lighting, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I will. Let me explain to you basically how from last night all of this happened, and all of a sudden I'm moving in less than 2 weeks. So long story short, at the beginning of December, a friend of mine who I was in a film with 3 years ago had posted about how she had bought her first house and she was looking for roommates. And so I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll have to keep that in mind. And then a few days ago, she posted about it again on her story. And this time I was just like, you know what, I think I should reach out because it looks like a gorgeous house and in a beautiful area. And so I reached out. She got back to me. She is charging and it's a really great deal for rent, and it includes utilities, like all utilities, as well as what the neighborhood offers, which is like a pool and a park and trails and all that. And so anyway, there was that. It's in a really good part of Georgia, or a really good part of town, I mean. It's about 25 minutes away from the city without traffic, which is huge, and it's not very far from a MARTA station. And the great thing about that MARTA station is you can park there, and as long as you're parked there for less than 24 hours, it's free. So that's huge. So anyway, that's great. And then, so not only that, so it was a great price and whatever, and then we also, my Mimi, her cousin is selling a car for a really great price, and it's a Nissan. It's like a 2015 Nissan, and she's selling it for a really great price, and we're like, wow, this is all just kind of falling together at the right time. So sure enough, we messaged her, and it was still available, and she even dropped the price a little bit for us because we're technically, I guess, family. So yeah, now I'm officially moving in. I have chosen my bedroom in the new house. It is gorgeous. I'll say it on here. I'm going to be in Roswell, Georgia, so about 25 minutes away from where I used to live, which is pretty crazy, and closer to the city, which is great for work and whatever. So yes, I am now, especially job searching. Now I'm limiting my job search to Georgia, but a friend of mine just sent me 4 casting jobs that are in Atlanta yesterday, so I'm going to apply for all of those today. I'm also... Yeah, anyway, sorry, that'll be in a different clip. Anyway, yes, that's how it all came to be. So, yes, that is what's happening. So now the biggest stress right now is job searching, which is a little bit stressful, but if I can't find something in the industry, I'm already going to be looking up bookstores nearby and things like that to try to get a job at one of those while I try to get another industry job. But I do have enough in savings saved up for rent, which my parents are helping me out. They are being so kind and helping me out with rent for the first few months, which is very helpful. And I have definitely enough in savings for food and things like that. And hopefully with my demo reel service, that'll pick up a little bit more because I need to post about it in the Texas groups. And I'll kind of be making money on the side from that and things like that. So yes, that's what's happening. I have just scheduled the Breaking Character intro video that I did, which will be the channel video basically for anyone who is visiting the channel for the first time or isn't subscribed. It will pop up first basically for them on the channel, or it will pop up for them. So yes, that is premiering at 2, but then I have to add it as the channel video, and then I will share about it. So it's currently 12:30. In the meantime, I am going to take a look at who I want for, or who I wrote down, who I have planned for March, Breaking Character, and send them an email and ask if they will be on the show. Just finished having some lunch. The Breaking Character video did come out, so I'm about 50 minutes late sharing about it. I'll probably be more than an hour late by the time I actually finish typing everything out. Yikes. Anyway, but yes, so that video is up. I will now, I think I'm going to remind myself to add in the description of every video that goes on here, I'll have the link to Breaking Character, or I'll also feature the channel on my channel as well. But yes, you can go check it out. The first actual video is going to be released on the 12th. That's when, I announced the first guest in this intro video, so, their first video will be released on the 12th. I have to admit, we've run into something that is very stressful that we are trying to figure out, and we won't figure out more until Monday because it's a Saturday and people aren't in their offices. Long story short, if you remember when I moved out of Vancouver, I put all my stuff in what's called a pod from the company Pods. Now, Pods talks about doing moves cross-border, and so we were like, oh great, that's perfect. Well, lo and behold, now we're trying to schedule them to bring it here, and we didn't think about customs, so they were like, okay, it's gonna have to go through customs, so we don't really know how long that'll take, but then once it clears customs and gets into the States, then they will be able to give us an estimate of when it's going to arrive. So that's great, except for the fact that we are very confused because on one of the question and answer sheets talking about cross-border moves, it says something like, so one of the questions is, do I have to be present to meet the driver at the border? And it says, no, you don't. But then a different question says, so I can't remember what the actual question is, but the answer was like, yes, you have to fill out the customs forms and arrive at, and it made it sound like you have to be at the border that it's crossing. And so we panicked and we called them on the phone again, and so the specialist or the cross-border specialist isn't going to be back in the office until Monday. So they said we should hear from her on Monday, at the very latest on Tuesday, about it. But the thing is that we got to get this paperwork started because, I mean, I'm fairly confident that here's the thing. I have enough stuff here that I could move into the new house with just this, and I wouldn't be missing anything, right? That's fine. The trouble will be if my parents, because the reason why we're going when we are is before my dad goes to Florida, so he can help us with the move. And my mom obviously would drive with us there, so there's all that as well. But it's confusing, and it's so hard now. I swear, I always say that pride is my fatal flaw. I think lack of patience is my fatal flaw, because once I have like a plan and like something to do, I just get excited to do it, and then there's so much time, but then there's not enough time because we don't know how long customs is gonna take. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So anyway, thankfully, the woman that we talked to on the phone, who isn't the specialist, said that she thinks what that means is that we have to go to our local Pods facility here and basically give the paperwork to them so they can scan it into the system and the driver can have it when they go over the border. That's what she said, not that we have to go to the border. I have just finished season 2 of Series of Unfortunate Events. It was great. Looking forward to the 3rd season, which is the shortest, which is a bummer. But yes, I know this vlog is super long, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.